The Jackal in the Dye Vat and His Claim of Being a Peacock, from Rumi's Masnavi. Once upon a time, a jackal wandered into the yard of a dyer's workshop. There stood a great vat filled with many colors of dye. Out of ignorance and curiosity, the jackal leaned too far and tumbled straight into the vat. He struggled for a while and at last managed to climb out. But by then his fur was soaked with bright colors, reds, blues, greens, and yellows. When the jackal looked at himself, he was astonished. Never before had he seen such a sight. He no longer looked like the gray and shabby creature he had always been. His coat glittered with dazzling hues, and in his foolish heart he began to believe that he had become something far greater than a jackal. He said to himself, "Why should I remain among jackals now? Look at me! I have the feathers of royalty. Surely I must be a peacock. I should go to the peacocks and join their noble company." With this thought, the jackal proudly walked into a gathering of birds. At first, the peacocks and other birds were startled by his strange appearance. His colors shone in the sunlight, and they wondered what sort of bird this might be. The jackal lifted his head high and tried to carry himself with dignity, as though he were one of them. But soon he opened his mouth, and his rough, harsh cry burst out. At once the birds recognized him. "This is no peacock. It is only a jackal who has fallen into dyes. His colors are borrowed. His voice betrays his true nature." They laughed at him, mocked him, and drove him away. Shamed, the jackal turned back toward his own kind. "If the birds will not accept me," he thought, "at least my fellow jackals will." But when he returned to his pack, they too were uneasy. His bright colors and the strange smell of dye marked him as something unnatural. "You are not one of us anymore," they snarled. "You neither look like a jackal nor carry our scent. Begone!" And so the jackal, rejected by the birds and abandoned by the jackals, found himself alone. His foolish pride had left him without a place in either world. The lesson of the tale is this: no amount of paint or outward disguise can change one's true nature. Pretending to be what one is not leads only to shame and rejection. True worth lies in the essence of the heart, not in the borrowed colors of appearance.
Let me now read for you the tale of The Jackal in the Dye Vat as a rhyming English poem.
A jackal strayed where colors lay. He tumbled in a vat one day. When out he climbed, his coat was bright, with reds and greens, a wondrous sight. He preened and cried with foolish pride, "No jackal now, a peacock I." He joined the birds with lofty air, and spread his colors everywhere. The peacocks stared, confused at first, until his jackal cry outburst. They laughed, "Your hues may trick the eye, but voice reveals the jackal's lie." Rejected there, he turned once more, back to the jackals he'd known before. But they recoiled, "Away from here! You smell of dyes, you're strange, not clear." And so he wandered, lost, alone, with borrowed colors not his own. The lesson shines both sharp and true: no paint can change the heart in you.